Hello and welcome to Flashback Generations.
Oh yeah.
Pete and I are going to travel the verse and talk about Firefly, the game.
What is it?
Right, Firefly, the game, is a game where you're flying a spaceship around and you're trying to complete a preset list of goals by taking on contracts from various characters, buying equipment to upgrade your ship,
Enlisting as well.
enlisting crew members, hiring people, carrying
Contraband
cargo, passengers.
Yeah.
So you're ferrying things from one. It's a lorry driver game basically, but there's also hostile elements out there. Is it the Alliance?
There's the Alliance.
You might get arrested or
and the Reavers as well. So
yes.
So there's the chance that you're going to get eaten alive or arrested. Then, as well as that, you are going on an adventure basically.
What do you get?
This game comes with an abundance of cards, to be honest. Between all this fake money, which actually looks really
nice,
good.
yeah.
You get a load of fake money. You get these ships, which are probably the poorest quality of what's in the game.
I mean, they're identifiable. They do the job, but they're not super detailed miniatures.
These are all just the same Firefly model, but one's yellow, one's blue. In the expansion, you can get expansions, I should say. You get different ships with different abilities, different cargo holds, different speeds, different upgrades on them. So the actual expansions add a lot to the game. All the card detail is really good. It's all very clear as well. So everything's this will happen or this will happen. The game gives you a lot of choices as well, but typically the artwork is all from the series. Which honestly I think is a bad choice. I think it would have been nicer if they decided to have their own art style and done that instead of just
a TV show game, isn't it? So
it is.
It's easy. It's all there for you. All the promo shots,
It is, but then they can't branch outside what's on the TV show.
Yeah. You wouldn't, would you? This TV show game.
Yeah. The board's good quality. That's a good thick card as you'd expect it to be. It's all very clear. Which is a good thing. And the rules are pretty good, to be honest.
It's quite a light rule book, isn't it? Because a lot of the rules are on the cards. You just follow what the card says.
It is. That's exactly it. But the rules themselves, I actually found very easy to read.
Yeah.
And when you actually come to parts in the game and you need to look it up, it's very easy to just flick to it, and anyone can do it. And that's the components, really. Nice thick card. Oh, lots of.
The money,
parts,
little money, whatever it is. Oh no, parts. Sorry,
parts,
fuel,
contraband,
all that.
Cargo. Yeah, they're all really well presented. Anyway.
Is it any good?
So, what we thought of this game, Si's played it a few times, and I played it once, as usual. It's the usual pattern. I think I won the game we played because I just thought, right, I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm going to follow these goals mindlessly. And I just plodded along, zooming around the galaxy. There's a bit of a gambling element, so when you're flying along, you draw cards, and it'll say, keep going.
These cards, so if you draw it, you get to keep on flying.
Keep flying, no problem. But then you might bump into something bad.
You might want to burn fuel, keep on going, keep flying again, but then eventually what will happen is...
So there's a random element to the travel. You might go one step and then bump into something annoying. Or you might go 4 or 5 steps and get away with it. I think I got away with it better than most of the other players, and that's why I managed to complete the missions. The equipment adds things, like the crew, which my take on it was that they're distractions. Just carry on doing your mission. You might make it before everybody else does, which is what happened.
The view is that do you spend your money to try and save up and buy the pot for that objective, or do you buy some kit and get some more people on your party, and they can actually help you get more money? So it's very like you're basically running a business.
Yeah.
And it works. Honestly, it works really well.
One of the big things is collecting a load of money, so you do have to think about that as well.
Pete's talking about there's the first time captain goal, which is very straightforward, and Pete's probably right. Like getting crew, and overthinking is probably the wrong way to do it. But as you go through it, there's a lot of missions in there.
Yeah.
There's
So there'll be
about
more
8
complex
missions.
goals that you'll need crew and equipment for,
Yeah.
I imagine. So.
Yeah, but you've got a certain amount of crew you can have. Just your hold can only hold so much. So I mean, I think this game is infinitely deep.
It is,
as well
yeah.
as that the shop only will hold. You know, it'll randomly say this is what's available. So you know, it's not like you can just guarantee that you will always get the same stuff as you had in the last game.
Yeah, there's a lot of depth hidden, and we probably need to play further into the missions, don't we, to uncover that. But
Definitely. The thing I love in this game is when you're doing the mischief goals.
Yeah.
When you're actually doing them, because then you actually it'll make you flip a card and it'll give you options, and it'll be like, if you have 3 guys with guns, you can do this, and then you're rolling a dice, adding the three guns with this, but then you had to complete all of that, and then there's a lot of items that'll let you bypass this sort of mission or whatever.
Yeah, so I think somebody was trying to charm their way through a brothel at one point, and they had a charming character, didn't they? And they kept failing.
That
you?
sounds highly likely. Highly likely. But it's that sort of thing that actually make the story. And if you've seen the show, you have to play this game, because you'll really be in love with it. As for expansions, I think it has a massive part there and a massive part there. So there's the board itself is bigger. Every time you get an expansion, you get new ships, you get new missions, more cards in here, more decks. You'll get new contracts with new people. So I think that they've probably gone as far as they need to with the game, to be honest. Off the top of my head, I think there's about 4 expansions.
Right. Yeah, it's probably more than you can fit on any normal table. Really.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. They're in danger of doing that. And how many expansions can they realistically release before they kind of go, this one didn't make any money, because people aren't buying it because they've only bought 3 expansions, and they, you know.
Yeah, there's been 1,000 other games since then, and Firefly is not a current thing, really, is it?
No, I feel like, you see, with Disney taking over Fox, Firefly is under the umbrella of, now it's a Disney property.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm sure me and every single other Firefly fan out there is going, please Disney, do it, revive it. You know, there's no reason. All the crew actually want to come back for it as well.
Yeah.
So I think that they're onto a winner if we can get a season 2.
Depends what Star Wars is their big focus, isn't it? So we'll have to see if they've got any room for this.
Yeah, well,
They've certainly got the money, but have they got, you know, they might fear diluting their offerings and all that, you know, all that corporate stuff that they worry about.
this is Han Solo the series, so
Well, you know, they might not want to compete with their own Han Solo the movie and whatever else they want to do in the next 5 years, but we'll see.
yeah. So
I'll have to watch it then, won't I? I haven't watched the series yet, or the movie.
blasphemy right there.
Yeah.
This game, in my opinion, is absolutely brilliant. It hasn't been quite copied or implemented into anything else, as far as I can tell, and that's actually what makes it very unique. One of its downfalls is it's a very long game, and every time I've played it with at least one new player, and then you always feel like you have to come back, explain how
Slow
the
it
game
down,
works,
yeah.
and so it can be a bit of a slow burner. You know, this game can easily take 3 hours, so that to me is one of its big downfalls. It's not guaranteed 3 hours. I mean, you could realistically play through in an hour and a half, but I wouldn't like to tell people that, and it takes 3 hours. What else? Nothing really. It sort of it sort of lives up in its own realm.
Yeah, it's a real good game. Yeah.
It's very successful TV show with a superb game to boot. Nothing else to report. All right. Okay, guys. Well, I guess we'll see you next time.
Cheerio.